Someone recently asked me, how do you build your confidence? And so I wanted to focus on that topic today, building your confidence. I think sometimes, some people are of the opinion that, people are born with confidence, and others feel people are, they learn that confidence. I think I am definitely in the second group. I had to learn to be confident. I don't think I was born with a confidence, especially as somebody who, is more inward. Um, I've definitely had to go on the journey of finding my voice, of asserting myself. Um, and that has definitely been a journey, right? So today I'm going to be talking about how to build your confidence. And again, these are my own tips reflecting on my own journey and what has really helped me. So the first thing that I think, as you're trying to build your confidence, you focus on is to try to understand why you're not confident or why you think you're not confident. And this is really important because sometimes we view ourselves very differently from how other people may view us. And so it's important to try and look back, reflect, think about, why you think you're not confident. Some of the causes of low or lack of confidence is things, trauma from your childhood. You may be in a new environment, you may be in a new role. Past failures can reduce our level of confidence. Less familiar environments, less familiar people, all those are they are things that may impact our level of confidence. So it's important as the first step to really reflect and dissect why you think you're not confident, right? Why do I not have confidence, or why I believe I do not have the confidence? So that's the first one. The second tip is that, I call it, where is the evidence, right? Do you have the evidence that shows that, you do not have the confidence, right? Where is the evidence that shows that you do not have the confidence? And this may not feel like a smart thing to do, especially when you are, you're feeling like you don't have confidence. But it is important because sometimes we may be too hard on ourselves, or sometimes we, like I said earlier, we're viewing ourselves very differently from how other people see us. So, where is the confidence? And it's not just where's the evidence? And it's not just looking for the evidence, it's also about what is the timing of that evidence, right? Because sometimes, when you're asking somebody, you're coaching somebody about confidence, and you're asking them, why they think they're not confident, where's the evidence? The story starts with 15 years ago when, I was doing my first presentation, or 6 years ago, I had a manager and, the conversation did not go well, or I fell flat, or I cried during a presentation. The timing is as equally important as the evidence that you're looking for. We've all grown and matured so much. I mean, through this pandemic, nobody's the same from 3 years ago, right? So it's important that you're looking for the evidence, but you really also are thinking about the timing of that evidence. Is that something that happened recently, or is this something that happened when you were out of college? The third thing that, is important to look at is, and I've talked about this before, gather your receipts and monitor intentionally, right? And what does this mean? It means really being intentional about documenting what you have achieved, being intentional about, taking time to reflect on how far you've come. One of my colleagues reminded me of this yesterday, but we forget to just, just take stock of what we have achieved. And when we don't intentionally do that, it doesn't come naturally that, you know what, but I did A, B, C, I did all these things that I've forgotten I even did, last year in June or something like that, right? So, really be intentional about documenting, at least reflecting on and documenting what you have achieved, documenting feedback that you have received. Somebody says, oh, that presentation was amazing. Your question is, what did you like most about it, so that I can keep doing that, right? So when they're giving you that positive feedback and they're saying, you know what, you were so, you were authentic, you were able to connect with everybody, you used very simple examples but personal, and we all could connect with you, write that feedback down. So how else do you gather your receipts? Document what you know for sure. Like, I know that I'm passionate about making an impact. I know that I'm passionate about doing ABC. I know that I've studied about this. I know I have this experience. The things that are facts, the things that you already know, document those and reflect on those. And then, just the things that you're very good at, right? So, there's some people who are just good at engaging people. When I go to a conference, I'm like, if I don't know anybody there, it's really difficult for me to just like walk to a group of 10 people and just start talking to them, right? So I know I'm not good at that, but there's some people, it does not matter where they are. They can just go anywhere that they don't know anybody, and they would connect with people instantly. That is definitely not me. But if that is your strength, absolutely, make sure that you're documenting that, things that you're actually very good at. So I've talked about, ensuring that you better understand why you think you are less confident. Number 2, do you have the evidence? Reflecting on whether you have the evidence or not. And then I've just talked about gathering your receipts and monitoring intentionally. It's important to continue to monitor the things, your achievements, the things that you're doing well, the feedback you're receiving that, you would need at a later date to use to boost your confidence. So the third one is invest in your squad. Everybody needs a squad of people who just, hype you up. They're like, you got this. I mean, really, these are people that already, you can do this. This is not difficult. You've done this before. You need people around you that, will be your cheerleaders, and that cheerleading group has to be led by you, because if you don't believe what they're saying to you, that is going to be a challenge, right? So you are the one that is leading this cheerleading, of you. So it's important to invest in that squad. Do not just go to those people just because you need them. You have to be a hype and a hype woman or a hype person for them as well, right? So you have to be investing in their success, investing in their own confidence, investing in them, in order to make sure that you can also tap into whatever you have invested in. So have your own, invest in your own squad that is led by you. And eliminate people who, there's some people, all they would say is negative, they will say only negative things. You say, oh my goodness, I have this opportunity to speak to 1,000 people, and their immediate response is going to be, what, 1,000? You? How are you going to even do that? You've never done that before. No, those are not the people you want to be in your hyping squad. And then lastly, one of the things that really helps me when you really need a confidence boost is to find something and finish it. Do it. Like, it does not, even if it's it's laundry, just finish it. If it's folding your clothes, making your bed, making dinner, reading an article. I love that one because articles are short and it takes me longer to read books. But I feel, I just finished reading this 3-page article, and I feel I have learned, I feel like so well educated about the topic than I was before. So find something, in that moment. This is an interceptor of lack of confidence in a moment. Find something, get it done from beginning to end, and check it off. And that really helps as well. So those are the 4 things that I talked about. And then lastly, I want to add, some of the watch outs, things that you should watch out for, right? Watch out, number 1, that you're not, you are not your own worst enemy, right? What I'm saying is, watch out that you're not the one causing your lack of confidence. You're not the one who keeps saying negative things to yourself. You're not the one who keeps belittling your capabilities. You're not the one who keeps saying there's no way you can do this. Like, make sure that you are not in your own way. This is a very, very important watch out that I have come to learn. And then the second watch out is just the blame game, right? Blaming yourself for everything. If you failed at something, like, as Carol Dweck said, it's a growth mindset, right? So if you fail at something, apologize for it and do it better next time. Blaming yourself for different things all the time only pops up when we need a little bit of a boost in our confidence. So it's important to watch out for that. The other thing that is absolutely important to watch out for is perfectionism. Perfectionism can be a root cause of lack of confidence, because when we think nothing is perfect, we're not confident enough in what we are presenting. But it might actually be really good, and we are letting our need for perfection make us believe that we're not doing something good enough, we're not good enough, the work that we produce is not good enough, right? So you want to really watch out for perfectionism and start working at, what does 100% look like? What does perfect look like? What does 80% look like? What does 60% look like? And what is really needed to be successful at this task or at this job that I'm doing? Not everything has to be done at 100%. So you really want to watch out for, perfectionism tendencies. And then the last watch out is that, do not trying for fear of failure or for fear of making a mistake is never going to boost your confidence. I think for me personally, my confidence came from trying new things. My confidence came from, well, I know I'm scared. I know I'm afraid. I know I'm not good at this, but I'm going to try it anyway. And then I tried and I realized it wasn't that bad. Every single time, it wasn't that bad. And it makes me prepare, and, I do it and I get feedback, and people will be like, oh, I really liked this. Oh, thank you for doing this. This was really good. I liked how you did it this way. This is what I like about you. And I was like, oh, this is something that I don't think I'm even good at. But, I'm getting that feedback about it. So I think one way to really boost your confidence is to put yourself in situations that, you're likely to, you think you might fail, or situations where you're not comfortable, so you can get comfortable, with the fear of making mistakes, with the fear of failing. That is a really, really important watch out. I would love to hear your thoughts on, some of the things that you've done to build your own confidence, or the things that have really worked for you as well. Thanks for joining this space.